Hello friends, Professor Pete here with more of the continuing adventures of cold calling. Outbound phone calls to sales prospects. Today's adventure is about following up with prospects that you sent collateral to a few days before. First thing is when you follow up with prospects that you sent collateral to, don't expect them to remember who you are. The following call you're about to hear is true. Only the names of the people I spoke with and the companies they work for have been withheld to protect their privacy. This call serves up as a lesson as to how to deal with prospects that go on the defensive by default. Right away, they're adverse to talking to anyone. And what you didn't hear on this call is the first question the prospect asked me after my gold call icebreaker was, "Is this a sales call?" And it sounded just like that. And you've probably gotten your fair share of responses like that from prospects. "Is this a sales call? How did you get my name?" Right? So right away I'm dealing with a problem. So the smart salesperson doesn't jump into a defensive position to try to explain themselves. I called it. I said, "Well, you must be asking me that for a reason." And that's when he came clean with information about getting 15 sales calls a day. You poor soul. I know how it feels. I get them too. Who are these calls from? That it was immediately a conversation starter. You always want to get in the same canoe with your prospect. You're in the same boat, experiencing the same problems and pains that they do. That's called bonding and building rapport. All right, so once we got through that, my response, by the way, when he asked me if this was a sales call, I said, "Well, only if you want it to be." Or I think what I said was, "Do you want it to be?" That's how I sounded. Yeah, come to recall. That's what it sounded like. "Do you want it to be?" So once we got past that point, I referenced the collateral I sent and then started to pick up on my lemonade statement as to what it is that I do. My purpose to a buying market is as follows, and here's what I'm looking for. So one thing led to another, and as hard as I tried to break through that outer shell, what we got down to with my open-ended questions, the focus question, the attention question, it uncovered the truth. That even if I had something of value, unfortunately my prospect today is just too darn busy to pay any attention to it, so he has to deflect or delegate responsibility for hiring, for evaluating, for selling, for marketing, and so on. All right. So I always make it a policy to start at the top of a company. I call the presidents, I call the CEO, because if I don't have their buy-in, then why sell uphill, right? So the following call, you're going to catch it when we finally get past the beginning and we deal with that question, "Is this our sales call?" And then we move on to why I called, etc. And you'll hear me basically ask some open-ended questions. And the end result is the outcome of the call, unfortunately for me, was that my prospect, even if I had something of value, he doesn't have the time to look at it. And I tried to close him twice, and boy, I believe him. Okay? So I left the door open to future correspondence, and that's something you always want to do as a salesperson. You want to make sure you end on good terms. So there's another lesson in here. So you've got to treat every prospect knowing in advance that they are predisposed to rejection. There are a lot of people like you that call them, and they all sound the same. That's why you need a gold call icebreaker. You need to sound different. And you also need to be confident in why you're calling and manage your expectations. Don't expect people to remember who you are and then jump into your elevator pitch again to help refresh their memory, because you're only boring them. You're only sounding like another salesperson, and that is only going to put you in quicksand, sinking fast, right? All right, so anyway, the lesson. When you're following up, don't expect people to remember you. Ask negative questions and refrain from mentioning any positive feature or benefit. Make assumptive questions. I assume if I forwarded this information, that you might have an interest in exploring it further with me. Okay? Am I wrong? All right? Listen to what I'm saying. This is not an easy game. It's not a numbers game. You're dealing with people. And the problem is inundation. There's so much marketing information flying around like a blizzard. It's just everybody's drowning in it. So to have a breakthrough moment with anyone, a complete stranger like a sales prospect, you're going to need to find the words to say the right way and act different, dare to be different, unless you're willing to take a number and wait in line with everyone else. All right. Okay, so let's move on. Have a listen to the call, and I hope you get something from it. And if you want to check out more of my call recordings, go to thegoldcall.com, or my YouTube channel, The Gold Call Show. The Gold Call Show on YouTube. All right, here we go. All right, well, listen, let's start all over again. I sent a message, and the reason why I was following up with you is that I teach here at Pace University, and I incubate sales talent for technology companies, and I do research on companies and that sort of thing, and I happened to come across your company and thought that one of my colleagues here at Pace might have a need for your cloud savings software. That's my understanding of Vantage. Am I accurate?
Yeah, directionally correct, yes.
Okay. So, I'm not quite sure how to pick up the handle here. You kind of caught me by surprise, but I guess was it yesterday or so? All right, I got to tell you something. If this was a sales call, I'd fail right away. What do you think, Ben?
No, I've got your email thread up, so I just refreshed it. But yeah, I'm just curious, like, what's on your mind? Is it are you looking to make a connection?
Yeah, I'm looking. I think I found an ad or something, looking for some help with sales development, and I thought that this might be something of interest. So that's why I connected with you.
And out of curiosity, are you looking for like a full-time role? Or
if you got one, I'd certainly entertain it.
Okay. Well, let's do this. I am in between calls, but I appreciate the outreach and everything along those lines. I'm not going to be able to give you the time that you want in the next 2 or 3 minutes here as I hop this.
That's not a problem at all, Ben. That's not. I just wanted to make sure that we finish this call on good terms.
Yeah.
Okay, man. I understand what you're going through. I'm in the same boat, but maybe we can catch up with each other some other time. And I don't know if you have your calendar in front of you. I don't know how to get on your calendar, but if you give me 10 minutes, I'll get to the point and not jerk you around. How's that sound?
So what I would recommend is if you are looking for something full-time, I think it would actually be beneficial to have me direct you to a recruiter.
Yeah, okay. If I wanted to wait in line with a number, right, and be like everybody else, Ben, I wouldn't have called you, okay? I imagine you're hiring people that are forthright and know how to walk and chew gum at the same time. So if that's not a priority for you because of your time constraints, I certainly understand that. But
no, this is not a lack of interest. It is truly a lack of my personal time at the moment. I'm not.
Okay, no, I understand, and that's why I make these calls to find out where things stand, so that you never know. Things could change, but if you were me and had some gold in I know a lot of people. I've been in the cloud services area for quite a while, so I'm sure that we can figure out some way to work together. Who would you suggest I speak with if you don't have time? Who can I make my business case with?
I'm happy to connect you with, if you're looking for a job, I do think I can connect you directly to a recruiter, and I think that's the honest first step. That would be very good, and I can connect you to him.
Okay.
If you're authentically looking to make a connection with a lead, I can direct you to someone on our sales team, so I'm just even trying to...
All right, no. See, I'm looking for somebody who'll say, yeah, this sounds of interest. I have the time. I'll explore it with you. Can we schedule a time? That doesn't sound like it's going to happen, so I want to thank you for at least taking my call. I'm sorry for the 15 other idiots that waste your time every day, but that was certainly not what I had in mind when I called.
Okay, awesome.
Well, all the best to you, and since hey, I'm not going to see you for your birthday, so happy birthday and Merry Christmas. All right, my friend. I hope things get better for you.
Okay.
All right. Today's adventure is about